Hey guys, it's me, Priska, and I have actually no idea if you're even going to hear and see me because A, it's dark, it's like almost midnight, and it's raining as fuck, and I'm being sick. I'm like surrounded by my tissues, like they are all over, and I'm feeling actually like crap. But well, I have just been chatting with boss, and he was like, the last thing he said, he was like, I think you should make a new video about everything you're going through at the moment. This would be like real, raw, and authentic, and whatever. And I didn't even answer to this because I felt like fuck off. Like the last thing I needed now is like doing a video about how I feel and where I'm at the moment. And then I thought, like, yeah, he's right. Actually, I should do that. I should do that right now, because well, now it's the realist, and yeah, and to be yeah, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Like, fact is, to wrap it all up in a short sentence, I feel very lonely at the moment, and I feel very abandoned in a way and rejected, and I feel very much ashamed of most of my feelings, and like I feel, oh my god, it's raining so hard. um and I just checked if it's raining into the house, but it's not. And yeah, like the thing, I should just start somewhere. Like, thing is, boss and I don't see each other very much at the moment. Sometimes it's like just twice a week. We can see each other for like a few hours when I'm coming home, because I'm coming home pretty late, and then we just have 2 or 3 hours, and then like just have to go to sleep, and in the morning, yeah, I have to leave at 7 the house. So we don't have much time together at all. And of course, that's not a really good situation to be. And like last week on Sunday, he wrote to me that again we won't see each other because he needed time for himself to like just get back into his place of peace, into his own energy. And to be honest, that triggered me like the fuck out of myself. Like I felt so I felt put back in the last row, and even if I felt so ashamed of feeling these feelings, I just had to admit them at one point to boss. The first thing I did is like I just fenced up. I felt so hurt and so unseen, and I thought like, what the fuck? I mean, I have to go all that shit here all alone, all by myself. I'm here with my feelings. Nobody is caring about me. I'm spending all days, or like when I'm not working here in my place, I have to do everything on my own, like literally everything. And I'm so fed up to be strong for everyone. Sorry, I have to put in Facebook off. Yeah, and I just felt so. I felt like he wouldn't care. That he just wouldn't care about me, and that like I totally understand that he needs to be, and I really want. I even asked him to really take his time to heal, because he was at some certain point he was afraid that everything went way too fast, and that like he has not yet, like, yeah, of course he has not like um, wrapped up the whole thing with his ex-wife, and yeah, and I asked him to take the time he needed to in order to heal, and I also asked him to put the children always first, even if I was a whiny bitch, and I am a whiny bitch at the moment, because I really feel so yeah, just shitty. And now that I'm sick, even more. And like when he told me last Sunday, I wasn't sick there yet, when he told me that he wouldn't come like for the whole week again, and we haven't seen each other for the last week neither, I was feeling like, oh no, I can't take that anymore. I cannot take that anymore. I'm not that strong anymore. I need help. I need some kind of emotional help. And yeah, I didn't tell him firsthand. I tried to be like a strong woman because I'm used to do that. I used to like, yeah, I'm a Shero and like, yeah. But I just felt that when I was protecting myself, I was shutting him out, and I was like projecting all my anger towards him, and I was angry with him because I felt like, I don't know, you're just putting me at last, and just because I'm strong, you don't fucking care about me. And like 2 days later, I just stopped him on his app because we cannot talk normally. We cannot phone. Sorry. And that's very hard for me as well because I'm so fucking fed up with writing. I was like, I'm not your Facebook friend anymore. I don't want it anymore. And I was sobbing on his app and was telling him how I felt and how shitty I felt and how needy I felt and how hard it was for me to tell him all this, to feel that I really felt ashamed to commit that well, not commit, or is commit the right word? I don't know. Whatever. That I felt the way that I felt, and like a little angry child who didn't get his or her attention, and was such deep hurt that came up, especially because I felt like he just doesn't care so much, or he doesn't share the same pain, or he just doesn't want to see me that much as I need to see him, or whatever. There's so many fucked up stories in my head. And yeah, I put that all on his app, and then he wrote me back that he was crying now as well because he was feeling exactly the same things, that he was fed up with the whole situation as well, and that it was just a situation, but he didn't want to tell me. And I told him I told him that I wasn't tell him all the time throughout all these days and weeks how hard it really was, because I didn't want to put that on his plate as well, because I already know he has so much on his plate, and I just didn't want to tear even more on him. And he was like, yeah, and I didn't want to put it on your plate because I felt like you have already too much on yours. And like, I think that's where we could reconnect again, because I showed myself so vulnerable in a way I never showed up ever. Yeah, I really have an issue with asking for help, and to commit that I'm feeling lonely, because I always think I have to do shit on my own, because I want to be this independent, strong woman, but I really don't feel like this woman anymore at the moment. I know I can do it, I know I will get through it, whatever happens, but I just feel like I fucking need somebody to be here with me, and you are actually the only person who is here, so be here. And he just can't be here at the moment, and like, but at that moment, when I told him and I opened up to him, and he like was able to opening up to me and telling his true feelings about that, we met again, and I felt like something in myself healed, which couldn't heal without him, because it's such a big wound of mine, of this feeling of being rejected or not worthy enough to be put on like in first place. And like, I see it now. I see that I want to stand at the first place, or like being important enough to somebody that he cares. And I know he does. It's just really the situation that can't be like that. But then, like, today when I got sick, like this morning, I was already feeling a bit sickish, didn't sleep so very well, and like around midday I felt like, oh my god, my head is growing like that. And yeah, they could all feel it at work, and they were like, yeah, go home, it's better. And I also had fever then, and yeah. And when I got my dog, there was my dog nanny, and as I already told you, she's the most adorable thing ever. And she was like, you're always alone, and you're having such a hard time, and you really need to call boss now, and he needs to be there for you, and you cannot do everything on your own. You are strong, but you're not that strong, and you're not supposed to be that strong all the time. And I felt like, yeah, she's so right. I really need him, and he should be here for me. And then I have also been like apping with some friends who were asking me how I was, and I told them, and they were all asking the same question, why he wasn't there for me. And actually it has nothing to do with my friends, because they were just triggering a point in me that was already hurt, because I wanted him to be with me. I wanted to take being care of. I wanted to like just being, I just wanted to be, I don't know, I just wanted to feel safe. And yeah, but of course that didn't happen. And so this evening before he went to bed and meditating, we were chatting, and I was addressing this to him, and I was asking him, I don't know what's going on, and I feel so blah blah blah, and then he said, no, it's the situation, it's not, it's the situation, and as he's suffering as well as I suffer, but that he really needs to care about himself now as well, and that he would take care of me if I need. And he already told me this afternoon that he would be here for me if I needed him when I'm getting too sick. And I was like getting even madder, because I was like, yeah, I really need to get sick that you're taking care of me. Yeah, I really need to get sick, so then I'm worthy enough to like get some care. That's what I was thinking inside. That's what was triggered. I was like, oh my god, isn't it enough that I feel like emotionally drained? Do I really have to get sick physically that you could really take care about me? And I got back on a really not good place. And sorry, that's gross. And my brain, sorry, cannot think clearly. This is such a messy video. Well, it's raw and authentic. And yeah, and I realized, a part of me realized that I just need to trust his pureness. And I know it's not just that I don't know. I know he's such a pure heart, and he's not hurting me, and that he's coming from a real place. He's coming from a good place of self-care, because he knows he has so less time for himself, and he just felt that he needed time for himself in order to be a good whatever, father, man, whatever, lover, teacher, whatever, in whatever part of his life. And I actually totally adore that. And I just felt in that moment rejected, because I thought like he's supposed to take care of me now because I need help. And then I realized that it was wrong. It was that I was wrong in thinking that he needed to do that, because he doesn't need to do anything. The only thing that he has to do is to take care of himself. And I know that he loves me, and I know that he cares about me. But like that I have to go through this now on my own. And then when my shit is going to be triggered, and he gives me the sacred space, and he will always be there for me, like emotionally, or holding my space. And he will also be there, like physically, in the future, but he just can't be now. Then I have to lose myself from the idea that only like physical support is real support. Even if I would need it, I really would need it. I'm not going to deny that. I need it. And yeah, what he said then, like, it triggered me to the top, and I started crying like immediately. But he wrote something like he's getting annoyed by me apologizing all the time for how I felt, because I felt so ashamed of being so needy, and to admit that I actually was expecting him to be here for me. This is so scary for me. So fucking scary to reach out to tell him, hey man, actually I fucking expect you to be here now. Even if I don't know you can't, but I expect you anyways. And even if I know that it's silly and that it's not healthy and whatever. But then he told me that, and he told me, yeah, no, I am probably pretty harsh, but I don't like the fact that you always like besmalling, that's not a word, but like making yourself smaller than you are, and that you're like punching your angry little child in the face by apologizing all the time. I don't like that. Stop it. Just stop it. And then I was like, yeah, you're fucking harsh. And I'm like, I'm fed up with everybody's being harsh to me, and I'm fucking sensitive person now. I'm like putting myself out there all the time, and I'm reaching out here for some kind of help, and all that I get back is like a slap into my face or what. And then I realized, I just realized how much I expect still, after so many years of being taught by my ex-boyfriend what true love really means, like self-love. Still, I had these forms in my head that things have to be like this and that. And if you have these forms in your own head still, and you're afraid, and you're having friends that are asking the same questions you're having in your head, you're going crazy. Instead of just staying in your safe space and trusting that everything will unfold like perfectly. And all of a sudden, after he wrote that, and I wrote back that he should just like literally fuck off. That I loved him, but he just like was hurting me big times, even if I knew that like I can only hurt myself, but I'm feeling fucking hurt right now, and I'm so fed up with being hurt from all sides, and like that everything was like going around this fucked up situation in the family, and that nobody was fucking care about what I'm doing. So I'm using the word fucking very often in the last few times, few videos, but like I'm becoming a new person here. Sorry, I'm getting really blunt. I'm really raw, and like all my spirituality, and I'm really grounding my whole spirituality in a whole new level here. I'm living what I'm preaching, and I'm like getting real dirty now, and I'm like connecting the things, and that's what I do. And I know that everything that's happening now like serves exactly these kind of things, because I really know now what divine love really means, and what like this divine masculine and divine feminine really means. It's not like sugarcoating, it's not like sweet rose pinky poems. They are totally included as well, but it's like really staying in a sacred place of connectedness, but like really going through the fire together, like he for himself, me for myself, but also together as a couple. And I just feel like every time that I can stay open with him, and that and he is so strong. He's the strongest person I know. I don't know how he's doing that. He stays so strong in his truth. He stays so strong in his self-love, but still he stays so strong in the love for me. It's not like that he's abandoning me. He's just staying strong in his truth, and he is like living up to what he believes in, and no other person on this on this earth could ever like pulling him out of that. He listens to people. He really listens very, very, very well. Actually, very well. And he listens to everyone. But when he makes up his mind, he sticks to that. And this is so, like, I really bow to this, really. Because I find my truth over and over and over again. But sometimes, like, really, when I'm in a place of neediness, or if like, because that really is my weak spot, like the fear of rejection, which I experienced that so many times in my life, especially romantic relationships in all kind of hurtful ways. Like, believe me, I have seen it all. When this comes up, I'm losing it. I'm really losing it. And but that he can now be so strong in his thing, and is not like acting out of pity towards me, or like, oh, this poor woman, she needs my help now, and is coming towards me, is coming to save me. He's not doing that. Even it would look so very gentle of him. He would be such the knight who saved me. But what he is doing now, like staying strong in his place, being present with me in my pain, but giving me that space to really heal and to see my own shit and to go through it and not to apologize for it. That's what true love is. That's what it's all about. Giving me that space and me seeing him doing that and not blaming him for staying strong in his place. And this is like my big thing I'm taking out of it, and I'm learning so much about love at the moment, about real love, like what I suppose or assume to be real love. And I'm so grateful to learn this now, and it's shedding everything off of myself. I really think I'm birthing a new me, over and over and over again, and I think that's also one of the parts why I'm getting sick, because I have to get rid of all the things I thought I would be, and to really heal these wounds, and really to accept his love, to let it heal as well. And I really realized that I need him, not to take over my shit, but to give me the space to heal, because without him I couldn't do it. I really always used to think I have to do it on my own, and I still have to do it on my own, but I couldn't do it without him, because I need to get triggered by him. But I need him to stay with me in a fire. That's what I really need. So this is what I really wanted to share today with you, and yeah, I hope you can take something out of this. And if you have any question, as always, please reach out to me. If you don't want to post it in public, reach out to me via private message. I would love if you post it in public, because I really think that people can always learn from it. But you can also say, Priska, could you please post it without my name on it, under it, so that I can keep my what's the word for that in English? Yeah, you know what I mean. Anonymity? Whatever. Oh. This is such a messy video. Yeah, but it's an important one. It's such an important video to me. Yeah, but I'm closing now, because I need some rest. I really need some rest now. And I'm wishing you a wonderful night, evening, day, whatever there is in when you see that, if you see that. And really, I'm curious about what you think. Please share it with me. And I don't want your pity. I actually don't want anything from you besides your opinion or your experiences. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for staying strong with me, and I'm wishing you all the best. Oh, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Sorry. Have a wonderful time.